Bruce Sellery's here. So good.
You didn't bring me one. We have to do this whole segment without any dessert?
Sorry.
Thank you very much.
Eat your cupcake.
I appreciate it.
I think we're going to want the cupcake first because we have to talk about money.
What do you mean have to talk? We get to talk about money.
I mean, yeah, so exciting.
The best part of the show.
This is what I want to say. Christmas happens, and we all say best laid plans. We are going to so maintain our budget. We're going to be so good and austere this year. And it never happens. So now we're stuck in January, and we're thinking, okay, this is my year. I'm going to get all my debt out of the way. I'm going to be so organized. We need your help.
We need a little bit of help, and I'm here to do it. First, the word resolution.
Ditch it.
Toss it out the door. Get rid of it. I don't believe in resolutions. It's sacrilege. I know, but it's true. Here's why. It's punitive. I'm bad. I resolve to be good. Second, it's unclear. Do you know when you look the word up in the dictionary, it says the act of answering something. What does that mean? I have no idea what that means.
I don't know.
And third, it's insufficient. So I resolve to be better with my spending. Well, what am I going to do about that? I have no idea. It's just not enough. So here's what I believe in. A vision, goals, and a plan. And we have an amazing ritual at New Year's. We've been doing this for 14 years, and I brought the book. This is the sacred text of New Year's. I know, exactly. What is in there? So the first part of the ritual is like best and worst of the year and how you characterize your health. We have a whole bunch of really delicious questions.
That's great.
Yeah. This is my partner Dennis and his best friend. We've been doing it for a really long time. But what we also have in here is 5-year and 10-year vision. Just stuff. Now, some of it I've accomplished because now I've got 14 years of information, right? Some of it I've accomplished, some of it I have not. I have not yet run for federal office. That was in here. I have not become a yoga instructor. That has not happened. I don't even know if I've done yoga in 14 years. But what it does is it has you on New Year's talk about the future, talk about what's exciting, and then the next day or the next week think about goals. And what's a goal? It is specific and it is measurable, and it is the way that you then come up with the plan, because you need to have some sort of a plan. So if your goal is eliminate my credit card debt by July 1st or whatever it is, what's the plan? So
the plan has to be something like every time I get paid, I'm putting $50 aside, or there's an automatic transfer into another account.
Exactly. And I have a whole bunch of tips on how to talk about the plan. But I first want to shift our thinking from this resolve notion, this resolution notion, to I'm going to talk about the future. I'm going to think about this exciting future that I'm jazzed about, and then I'm going to distill it down into a goal.
Okay, so make things more positive. And make things more concrete. I think that's probably where we go wrong. Like saying you're going to lose 20 pounds means absolutely nothing.
And we do it booze infused, right? New Year's like, I love you guys. You're my best friend. You're the best. Woo, Anderson Cooper. And then it doesn't happen, and then we feel terrible about ourselves the next day. Don't bother doing that. Skip that.
Let's talk about some specific goals then you might want to think about when it comes to money. You say things like cash flow. I will earn more than I spend.
And that specific, measurable, and you can develop a plan to do that. The thing about the goals that you set is they're very personal and very circumstantial. They're based on your circumstances. So if you're a bazillionaire, cash flow is not your issue. You hopefully are setting up some philanthropic endeavor or charitable initiative or something. So it really depends on what's going on in your life and with your family. I'd start with cash flow. The second one, debt.
It's a big one. There's just an article out saying that our household debt is at record highs in Canada.
It's crazy, and for lots of great reasons, right? It's not like, you know, I'm not a finger wagger, right? It's not that you're a bad person because you have a credit card debt. You just do, and let's have 2015 be the year that you eliminate that. So that's an area to look at. I believe that you should never carry a balance on your credit card.
Never.
Period. Never. Don't do it. Now, most people do. A lot of people do. The average outstanding balance is $3,500. So could 2015 be the year where you increase income and cut spending sufficient enough so you could eliminate your debt? The third one is savings. So a lot of people have things that they want to save for: their kids' education, retirement, a vacation, something like that. So have that be a goal, and then develop the plan to forward that goal.
So this is a little bit outside of the box, but do you save if you have debt? Do you try and do a little bit of both, or is that something that has to be handled on a case-by-case basis, depending on who you are and what your situation
math
is?
And mindset.
Okay.
So if you have $1 outstanding on your credit card, you pay that off. Why? Because the interest rate is 20%, probably. Maybe it's 14, maybe it's 30.
Yeah.
So that one's quite simple. Between savings and a mortgage, it's much more nuanced because interest rates are so low.
Yeah.
So that's when you need to factor in some of the mindset. Some people just feel better putting that extra $500 down on their mortgage. It makes them feel better, even if the math would have it be more advantageous to put it towards their kids' education savings.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
You're saying take advantage as well of more of the government programs out there.
Yeah.
RRSPs, RESPs, TFSAs.
If our viewer, and I bet there are 1 or 2 viewers out there, yes they are, who have children. If you have children, have this be the year, I'm talking directly to them, that you set up an RESP. It is a 20% return because the government gives you $500 if you put in the full $2,500. And that's a really big idea. If you start when the kids are young, that can be a sum that is substantial. It's super easy to do. You go to your bank or your credit union, your financial advisor, you open it up, and then you transfer the money in every month. Do you know what I do?
What do you do?
I transfer my universal child care benefit. It's $100, and I just transfer that over. It's not my money. It's Abby's money. It's going directly to her education savings.
Unlike me, I never see that $100. I get the little note. I'm like, really? When did they put that in my account? I never saw it.
It's gone. I also put all monetary gifts. Anytime Abby gets money for anything, all goes into her ISP, and the government, you know, really augments that with the grant.
I'm quite jealous, actually, of my children's savings. I would like savings like that.
Like, just don't be drawing down their education savings.
I know.
For your own little vices.
I wouldn't do that for shoes, ever. Let's go to break. More coming up. More discussion about this after the break.